couldn't.
Alright, guys, I started the recording, but we're not quite ready yet. We are reading Fanfic Book 4 today.
Fanfic?
You have
Fanfic?
Discord as an
The
as the
fanfic?
actual
Shut
application.
up, Dominic.
Hold on, fanfic?
Ron, you have
Big
Discord as
4.
the actual application, right?
Yeah.
You could just record it in windowed and then couldn't you?
Let me see if I can
Technically.
crop
And then
it.
just like kind of crop it and then
Do you
like
know
put
how-
it in the corner or something.
Or like on the side to the right side, I guess.
Yeah. Or you can
By the
just
way-
like split it down the middle, put them on the side. And...
By the way, guys,
Alright.
I have a PC now
No,
that
he
can
doesn't.
fucking run video games.
No, he doesn't.
Dominic have a PC?
I have a computer
Unheard
that
of.
can play video games. And guess what? The first thing I'm recording on it,
Implausible.
fucking Google Docs.
Dude,
That's
the
how
most
it goes.
powerful video game known to man.
Oh,
Google
how do I
Docs.
crop this?
I love that game.
You go to the
You know
oh,
what
what's
you
it? You like right click it. I gotta open OBS so I know what I'm doing. I haven't used it in too long. You right click the capture in the sources,
Right-click
and
my balls.
then in transform, edit transform, and then you can crop it there.
Oh.
It's weird, but you know.
Oh. Ooh.
Whore.
Shut up. That's 20. Okay.
48 pages.
You know what
Yes.
else is 20?
Your mom.
Me?
Oh.
Oh. Never mind.
No, we're not.
Never mind.
Both of these answers are confusing.
Never mind. I'm not 20.
Alright.
Stop thinking I'm not 20.
not-
I have
Oh,
Discord cameras
okay.
going.
Okay.
We have the
So now-
fanfic open.
Okay, quickly define the rules. Obviously, we all speak for each other. Are we
No.
doing different narrators each chapter like
I
we
don't
normally
wanna
do?
read.
I think we
I
should.
don't wanna-
Okay.
I don't want to audibly read. I just want to be here for the ride.
Neither of you are gonna fucking read this.
That's pretty
But when you
lame.
put it that way,
Great. Awesome. Thanks, guys. So glad I invited you to come to the reading of the
I mean,
book.
at
so
least
you
you're
can
actually
sit
here
and
this
listen.
time. At least
Yeah,
you're
I
I
actually
was
here
here
this
for the
time.
first one.
You
I
were
just
here for
left,
like 5
immediately.
minutes.
because I hated it.
Yeah.
This is gonna be.
Why am I in the suggestion mode?
Mm.
All right, y'all ready for
Dominic,
this?
you are a suggestion.
Yes, I am. Anyways,
Why is my camera like this?
I'm gonna start us off. Jemily fanfic part 4 of 3. Donkey.
Can't put it back up.
Warning, Florida.
Or
Warning 2, bro. Like, freaking bro. Last night, we went to Emily's place, and you know, we freaking had a competition among 4 lifelong friends who compete
who
to
compete
competing.
to compete
the competition.
Oh yeah, baby!
I just shook my whole
Chapter 0.
table.
Roadie.
Colgate.
Are you gonna read this one, Josh?
Oh my god. Colgate. I'm trying to.
Like, intro to this fanfic about my 2 friends, but Rhodey keeps fucking everything up and being far too funny, and there's asterisk, nothing I can do to stop him.
Says
Says
Rhodey.
Rhodey.
Says Rhodey.
Seconds later or some shit, I don't fucking know.
Chapter Uno. Real.
Real.
Staff Roy
Roy
Tic Tac
Tic-Tac-Toe
Toe board.
And nosotros. And
Tasha.
you
Well, how is that a whole chapter?
none of these are chapters. None
You
of
should
these are
see
chapters
book
yet.
5.
Oh no. Is it just like a word and then the next
The problem is we
Literally,
let Roy-
yes.
The problem is we let Roy start when we start the books. He's there when we start the books now. And he literally- Fucking
Anyway, let's
What?
chapter 1.
Chapter 1, the storm before the bigger, worse storm.
Would you mind
Well-
explaining to me how this happened? How this is happening again?
Josh asks, sitting in the backyard of the basement house.
Who's orange?
I'll be orange.
You.
All right.
Oh.
Well, as you can tell, we are playing a game of Skippo in the backyard of the basement house, Orange says.
Oh yes, Orange, I can see that. However, how are we doing it while a severe thunderstorm is happening? What?
John.
Hi.
John.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
John.
John.
Me.
Force field over top of the
Dominic, Orange, Emily, Roy, and Jen all say at the same
former
time.
president.
Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to say the same
The camera pans over to John, who is in the sky, making a force field over the top of the gang.
Ah.
Former President WW, which says... Now
That's
hurry
your
up.
line.
It's your turn, Dominic says, gesturing to Josh.
Okay, so how do I play this game?
Josh says, causing everyone to start yelling at Josh because he said he played the game prior.
So me.
Who's Roy 3 Definitive Edition? I'll be him.
Anyway,
Okay, so you start by taking our car and doing 90 in a school zone from 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Alright. Those are my notes for what I
It's just Roy 3 Definitive Edition. No, Roy, those are my notes for what I want to do next week, Orange says.
Bro, what do you mean? Those were Emily's.
Says Roy.
Emily, this is your line.
What? Roy, I
Read.
told you to keep those on the down low.
Emily
Why
says,
did you
smirking.
go-
Who even says... Hold on.
Oh
Who
my
says
god.
it? Roy Stalin? Okay. Bro, Frick, you ever stealed the Communist Manifesto from Karl Marx himself. Says Roy Stalin, hitting his
They said Carlos Marx.
Ford Fiesta to travel to German.f.
But it's just itchy.
Emily, you're gonna be Jen.
Is your girl.
Okay. Okay. Now that that mess is gone, we can play the game. Josh!
Jen says.
Roy News number 1.
Orange girl.
Let's go!
Can I just read the whole thing?
Go ahead, my sir.
Hey guys, you want to listen to my new sick Guilty Gear ×2 beats I'm listening to right now? Asks Roy the prequel. Yo, sure, responds Roy the aftermath. Yo, let me in on this shit, says Roy the 2 cool J. LL cool. Whatever! Alright, starts Roy the prequel. Listen to this shit. https://www.youtube.com/watch?v=AKC8GXBWUG0. Yo, this is a
Didn't
banger,
specify the
says
capitals.
Roy the LL Cool J. Yo, his ass kinda thick though, interjects Roy the second. Everyone then kicked the Roy the second from the weekly Roy meet for being too true. And the Roy meet continued on. Do you, Roy? Asked Roy the third, son of Roy the first. Yes, responded Roy the eighth, son of Roy the ninth. Yo, bro, how fucked did that Roy runtime get that you fucked up the quotation marks in order of birth? Says Roy himself. The order was right, though, responds Roy the eighth. What? Responds the Roy who has to speak in an odd manner, using a separate line and no quotation marks. Dominic, I am sorry, but I must go all out just this once, says the Roy who's probably not actually here and actually just piloting a Roy suit from home. All of the Roys that has a great clash against the Josh and destroyed him for being Josh. This is not to be confused with Josh, the plot relevant character. Josh is very lame compared to real Josh, so he earned it. After a long day of the weekly Roy meet, Roy the second grabbed the other Roys and they all had exactly 284.57 milliliters of battery. I said it's a nice refreshing drink. Then they all went home and had a couple rounds of Pong for the Atari Game Boy 2, which ended in a temporary calamity in the Royniverse, in which many Roy survived, but some had died. The casualties are as follows. Rot, Roy the 10th. Roy that conveniently dies for plot reasons. Ron, Jeroy, Groineth Paltroy. Roy the 4-year-old born in 1894. Ronald Reagan, Obama, Roy, McDonald's Sprite mixed with Subway lemonade, Stone Cold Steve Austin, the rather old Scroy Brim. Thank you for your time. We will now return to our original program. Everyone looks up at Roy, the real one, this time for real, like actually this time, no joke, who has just said all of this out loud. Thank you.
Chapter 2. Who's narrating Chapter 2?
Josh.
Josh,
What?
go ahead. Read Chapter 2.
It has your name in the title, so you have to do it.
Well,
This
anyway, I'm gonna play this 10 on my 9 and discard this 4. Josh says.
Finally, we can continue playing.
Dominic says, playing his turn. The game of Skip Blackjack continues until Josh wins.
How the hell did this guy, who didn't even know how to play, win?
Orange asks. With a lot of luck and determination, Undertale real reference, real question mark.
Nice.
Josh says IPBJKNHU semicolon DFASK capital K, mind you.
I'm not doing the next part. I'm not doing the next bit.
It's just this. It's just this, Emily.
I don't
That's all
want
you have
to.
say.
I'm
That's all
gonna.
you have to say.
It's not right. It's just not right.
Okay.
not how it's
Well,
supposed to go.
since you won, Josh.
Emily
you.
says, looking at Josh. I'm not even gonna read the asterisk.
Alright.
Just
Emily,
that.
your
It's not
line
how it
for Jen.
goes.
Your line for Jen.
For animating cartoon
And-
style Dominic's face.
And with that, I think I don't want to stay here. Let's go, Dom.
Jen says, dragging Dominic inside. Oh, that's me. Emily, why you gotta keep doing this to me? Josh asks, while Emily begins laughing.
Start laughing. She did it!
That wasn't on purpose. I'm sorry. I'll
Read
make
you.
it up to you tonight.
Emily says, after laughing, walking up to Josh. Everyone eventually moves inside, leaving.
Why?
What do you
Why?
mean, why?
Why?
Read the fucking rest of the line.
Well, I don't. I read the rest of the line.
We should probably get out of this weather. Josh says, standing in the rain now because John went inside.
That's you.
Yes, we
Read
should.
mine.
Yes, we should. I wasn't paying attention.
Josh,
Read it.
you're the narrator.
I didn't hear her read it.
I said yes, we should.
Emily agrees. Emily and Josh walk inside, soaking wet from all the rain. Why would we go to shower after?
What?
Because you're soaking wet from all the rain.
Okay.
Josh goes downstairs and
Alright,
finds
that's-
Roy and Orange on the couch watching something. Oh, that's me. Where did everyone else go? Josh asks, joining them on the couch.
Dominic, you're orange.
Oh, is this my line? Oh, I am orange. aren't I? Well, Jen took Dominic into his bedroom, so who knows what's going on around there. But right now, we're actually watching John play Persona 7.
I wouldn't say orange. He's rather pale, I think. What?
Read the line!
Hold on. Yes. Sure. Orange says. Oh, that's me as well.
Yeah.
But John isn't on the on the
How
Oh,
you...
it's
John is on the
I
couch.
caught
You know
I
what?
cut myself up. You
Yes,
know
you
what?
do.
That doesn't mean anything these days. Josh says, looking at the TV. Josh finds out that John inserted himself into the computer that his episode says. What?
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, that's okay. What? Am I still reading?
Yes,
Yeah.
you have the
You
next
know-
dialogue line.
I wasn't looking at that.
A little tiny bit?
Anyways,
No, not even a little. I really don't think I saw you doing any kind of homework.
you know, this is pretty entertaining. Josh said,
True.
Roy.
I wonder if Adachi is in this game.
John says from inside the TV, like Persona 4.
How's that Sunday?
Hey, John, can you hear me? Josh asks, shouting into the mic on the laptop.
No, fuck off.
John yells back before dying on purpose. This causes the Metal Gear Solid 1 game over screen to play. I thought this was Persona 7. Josh asks.
It is, dipshit.
John says, now playing as Solid Snake in MGS 1, period. In the game, comma, he walks up to a random pedestrian.
Give me some of that web action.
He says before brutally murdering them, this is now Skyrim. Dominic.
Come on, Josh. You should get it on this.
Orange says to Josh, how? Josh
I
asks.
guess fuck you, that's how.
John says, turning to the camera, reaching his arm out of the TV and pulling Josh in. I thought this was Persona, Josh says.
Well, you're stupid.
John replies,
Guess what I'm trying to do?
How big a piece?
Emily.
Guess what I'm trying to do?
Real big.
Hey, boys.
she say it? Oh.
What I'm trying to do?
Emily says within Persona 7, suited in her HED suit. Wait a minute, Josh says. You guys are playing Gmod, aren't you? How else would this be possible?
It's called mods.
Says
He's doing the face.
Josh says. I don't know if you can
I
read.
don't know how to change that. Let's go get these stupid... Oh, I got it.
Emily shouts, running at a mud crab. John, what did you do to my girlfriend? Josh asks.
I think the better question is where the fuck is Adachi?
Good question. John remarks as John saying this. Music begins playing. What?
See,
As Josh asks.
That means there's a dragon coming.
That means there's a.
What?
What?
Hey, sign up.
Hold on.
Excuse me?
I don't think they
Where
can
am-
hold on for another like hour.
Where are we?
That means there's a dragon
Oh, John
coming.
says, looking around at the sky, or looking around the sky, our spots something approaching. It is a small dragon. Josh says, Donkey Kong Hammer.
Here it comes!
Donkey Kong Hammer. Is that a Dachi? A Dachi dragon?
Dachi dragon.
What?
Bitches
it.
and whores!
I agree. Jean screams before running right into the dragon, killing it instantly. What did you do to this game?
It's called mods.
We're gonna get interrupted. I need a minute.
Emily, would you like to say your line?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I need a medic bag!
Emily shouts. As she she touched a single mud crab. She was
No! That's
John, can you put me
bad.
back, please?
Yeah, sure.
Josh 14 gets. Upon Josh's 15th death, John teleports him outside of the game.
I'm
Chapter
gonna take
3.
I'm gonna take chapter 3 because I don't think Emily wants to read a chapter.
Hmm.
Am I correct in assuming that, Emily?
Yes.
Okay.
You should read the chapter.
Did you know that
title.
we... Hold on.
Should I read the chapter?
Did you know that we had to take our horny asses and find Jeffrey? Asked Carlton. Wait a minute.
Can I
I'm
be the narrator?
Sure. You'll take this. I'll just take your chapter. Wait a minute. I'm Carlton.
He says before phasing out of existence.
Ayo, Dre.
Eminem says, looking at Dr. Dre before getting flung off the map from a discombobulator. Doom Guy proceeds to run into the room where Dr. Dre is and completely murders him with the huge 249.
Gay ice cream.
Stop being good at this game.
Josh
No.
says. No, Roy
No.
says.
I still want to go back to the Among Us map.
Orange says.
Orange, seriously. We are recording, and you want us to go back to that map after already playing it today.
Dominic says.
Yes.
Yes.
Orange says.
Emily?
You know, Dom, I wouldn't mind going back to the map.
Jen says.
Space, dot.
You forgot the spaces in between the dots.
Dominic says while the rest of the basement is laughing in the call. Alright, I'm closing the server. Fuck you guys. John says, closing Gmod and ending the recording. Deep breath, Persona 3 OST.
What was that?
Josh asks. Oh, don't worry about that. That's just my computer trying to regain sentience.
Yo, can I help?
Destroying its
Orange
face.
asks.
Fourth grade teacher.
I don't know. Can you?
Orange's 4th grade teacher asks.
Okay, I admit it. That's over the top. Not.
Orange says before killing everyone in the room. Again, everyone is sent to the afterlife.
Yo, John, where my respawn at? It's already been past 10 minutes.
Dominic asks 9 minutes later. Fuck you, you had 8 minutes, John says.
Well, fuck me yourself.
Dominic responds.
Emily.
Jen says, everyone leaves the room and goes to the room. Wow, we did nothing, John says.
That was the entire point, you idiot.
Dominic responds, slapping John into the wall.
Oh my god.
Russian, says Bra Moment the 8th.
I don't think that's what it says.
Emily.
but okay.
Emily, please.
Sorry, I don't know Roman Empire.
Jen responds, Russian, says Bra Moment the 8th.
I agree.
Holy whack,
Holy whack on lyrical lyrics, Andre, you're fucking right.
Right.
Dominic, do you want to take this?
Oh, hell yeah. Ladies and
Oh
gentlemen,
god.
this is your captain speaking. We'll be
long does this
a bit turbulent. Get in your seats and get ready for the show. Bitches and gentlemen, it's showtime. Hurry, step right up. Introducing the star of our show. His name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Prepare to die.
A lot of people ask me stupid fucking questions. A lot of people think that what I say on record, or what I talk about on the record, I actually do in real life, or that I believe in it. Or if I say that I want to kill somebody, that I'm actually gonna do it, or that I believe in it. Well, shit. If you believe that, then I'll kill you. You know why? Because I'm a
Criminal!
criminal.
Chapter intermission.
And you find Jeffrey.
Philip Bonk. It's almost scary how good I am. Whoa, looking cool, Joker.
It's amazing as always.
Balls, amazing as always, Joker from Super Smash Brothers. That's my Joker. Fuck damn shit, fuck shit balls. Ryu Naru Kamado from Persona 4 Eternal Royal.
Okay, so basically, last night, I went into Jen's room. And you know, oh boy.
Fuka Yamagishi from Persona 3 be like, ah.
Why?
This Pog, no idea. That's a hit
a
from
hit
me.
So there you have it, folks. Marshall has come to save the day. Back with his friend Andre. To remind you that bullshit does not pay. Because Marshall and Andre are here to stay. And never go away till our dying day. Till we're old and gray.
Marshall!
So until next time, friends. Same blonde hair, same rap channel. Good night, everyone. Thank you for coming. Your host for the evening,
Marshall! The
So
basement goes to
Valley.
Silicon Valley. Chapter 4.
Melanie.
Moni. Chapter 3.5. Banks. I don't
Bank.
know.
Every day I wake up.
Says everybody I wake up, man. Waking up.
Hey, hello, that's Emily.
Hey, hello? Are you awake?
Emily says.
No.
Says Josh. Smile, smile. Oh,
And I
okay.
leave.
Says
Says
everyone in the basement in Emily's room.
I am gone.
Oh,
Whoa.
Okay. I'm taking
Okay.
over Josh then, if that's the case.
You're
But-
going? Bye!
Only on Wednesday.
Okay. Wait, why the hell are you all here?
Josh asks. Manipulative gain, says Roy.
Humor.
Dom says, x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, says John.
Shut up, nerd.
Orange replies.
I followed everyone else in.
Jen says.
They just kind of walked in.
Emily says, stone-faced. John shoots Orange in the leg. Trolled. John says, troll
Troll
kings.
king.
Everyone says, silence is a lot worse than a Scottish accent.
Well, can y'all leave? No.
Josh asks, no. Literally everyone.
Fuck off.
Josh says, John removes him and Emily from the timeline. This causes, don't talk to my wife like that. Jen to repeatedly say, Philip Banks, you are all literally the worst. Bye. Damn. Oh, damn. Oh, damn, John says.
Stop.
Josh shouts, causing the entire room to go silent. Do you know how Oh god, I have the hiccups. Do you know how humiliating it is to have the son? Carlton to have the son? Carlton Beaenkes. No E says.
That was a joke, ma'am.
Jen says, apologizing to Emily and leaving the room.
Apologizing. Shit, here we go again.
Dominic says, following Jen, how could he be so cruel, house? John says, phasing through the pool house out of the room. Roy, lead singer of Earth, Wind, and Fire. Lead singer of Earth, Wind, and Fire.
John.
Oh yeah, Orange being the last one in the room is Foosbro Dodd out by John, who
Woo!
phases back into the room to do so and then leaves.
Finally. Peace.
Josh says, being left alone with Emily.
How are you feeling?
Emily asks Archduke Franz Ferdinand, aka Josh.
Fine. Did anything happen to me?
Josh says, confused. Quotation mark. Josh says, Twitter.
Are you a boy or a girl?
Responds Emily. The entire world glitches around him and suddenly he is in the Matrix. Josh wakes up cold, confused in his bed alone.
What the hell?
He asks, baffled by the situation. Dominic,
Oh
you
my
want to
God.
narrate this one?
Yeah,
He
we can
doesn't
read it.
know.
I'll take till chapter 4.
Huh?
I said I'll take till chapter 4, buddy. Do you not
Oh,
remember how
this isn't
horrible
this.
this
Oh
game
my
we
goodness.
had?
Okay. Chapter 5, I don't know a good title. Josh goes downstairs to see Philip Banks
Banks.
taking his house with a toy claw.
Holy shit, Philip Banks.
He says, Philip Banks says, bruh moment the 8th, Banks, he
Banks.
grabs them.
Grab them.
You idiot,
You
that's not
idiot.
Philip Banks, that's Henry IV, the monarch of England. I see you brought your daughter, KFC says. Chapter.
Breast milk. Can I get extra ball milk? No, fuck you. Carbonated wet.
What?
Chapter 19,118. Chapter 19,183. I don't know why this world keeps turning because flat like frisbee jet. Yo, it's me, Yosuke Hanamura for Persona 4 on the Nintendo Switch. Baby, 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 baby.
Chapter 4? I've lost
Oh
count.
no!
Emily is back in Doom somehow.
Oh
On the computer. Despite Emily's previous skill at any first-person shooter, she is currently completely ruining every demon's life as she runs through the game as fast as possible. Josh can now control her movements.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly peek around this corner. Just keep looking at the wall. Josh says.
Understood.
Emily says, continuing her condition of seemingly being in the military. Although her words sounded professional, her movements were not. Her head was immediately shot off by a timer.
Josh.
Emily shouts, "Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't know he was there. It's okay, we can just do it again," Josh says, trying to calm Emily.
Attention Walmart shoppers!
No.
There is a sale on your mom in aisle 480,530.
John says over the intercom, "John, I swear I will personally go and kick your ass," Dumbledore says calmly.
I bet.
John says before facing through the walls, T-posing. Emily remains dead. Nobody will save her for some time.
Oh my gosh.
John quickly arrives at Josh's room and proceeds to oscillate ominously around Josh, no clip T-posing.
Oh my god. He's Gmud.
Emily says, still dead. She begins to eat grape nuts.
Okay, I'm back now.
Emily says, standing back up from being dead in doom. "That's why they call you Slim Shady," Dom says over the intercom.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up, says the intercom.
Itself.
I am trying to sleep. Bro, what do you mean? It's only 1:32 a.m.
Roy.
I am no longer working for you all.
The intercom says, getting up and walking away.
That's still you.
Gosh, okay, it took me a second. What is happening in this house? How is this shit even possible, man? Josh asks John, who is still oscillating ominously around Josh. No clip T-posing, now spinning in circles himself.
Hold on, I have to stop laughing. Silence is a lot worse than a Scottish accent.
He whispers to himself.
I am God.
TARDIS shows up, it steals Josh.
Hey, you can't do that!
John says.
That's my TARDIS!
He then teleports away, making the Instagram thud sound effect followed by the vine boom. Is that fucking fish Jenga? Is that fucking fish Jenga? Said Emily is heartbroken. Oh, said Emily is heartbroken, but that's okay because it doesn't last long. Emily didn't actually like Josh.
Coca-Cola espuma!
Oh my goodness.
This is before spontaneously compassing.
Busted.
Yo, free campfire, Dominic says. And died in the explosion. Yo, get the marshmallows. Or he says, grabbing the marshmallows. Nobody else grabbed the marshmallows because yeah, not stupid fucking marshmallows. The group proceeds to roast the marshmallows as the entire basement house burned down, cooking them all alive.
Roast yummy. Roast chicken. Yummy.
Yummy.
You just skipped all the
You ready, John? You get to take chapter 5.
Chapter 5. The.
Dude, what the hell are you doing?
Dominic asks, watching John play The Sims. Oh, so you know how I really like killing people? Yeah, so I set one of them on fire, and they all just started roasting marshmallows as their house burnt down. John replies.
Nice.
Dominic says.
Emily.
Hey Dominic, I had a question about my character.
Jen asks, entering John's room. Dominic erupts into monkey noises before suddenly regaining his composure and standing elegantly like nothing ever happened.
Corp, let's discuss this in your room.
He says.
Okay.
Jen says, completely unfazed by his prior actions. Well, I guess I'm alone again. Wonder if I can make these people want to start a civil war, John says, going back to The Sims 6. Downstairs, Emily and Josh are sitting on the couch next to each other. That's you.
That's Josh. Remember when we met in Denver? You said I'd write to you. You'd write back.
Josh says.
What are you talking about?
Emily asks.
Literally, we've never been in Denver at the same time before.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was saying Eminem 2000 for a second.
Josh replies.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
Nothing? We were literally just sitting here? Oh. I mean, you know what we can always be doing.
Emily says,
Uh-oh.
smirking.
I was not smirking.
Dominic.
Emily. Emily. Why must we keep doing this?
Josh
Why
asks.
must you keep doing this?
I'm not. Why? Why would you make me say this?
Well, it wasn't intended you were supposed to be here.
Well, why
John.
would you write me saying this?
Because this is literally the point of the book. Just stay with us for like a chapter.
Oh
It
my
gets
gosh.
better. John, would you like to take Emily's role in this specific line?
Oh, Josh, you know exactly why I keep doing this, my little stud. Emily says, moving closer to Josh. During this, Roy walks downstairs, initiating maximum trollage. Roy says, walking back upstairs.
Oh god.
Dominic.
Tom.
No, wait. Roy, help!
Josh shouts before Emily does him. Roy walks upstairs and runs into John, currently talking to Igor from Persona 5 Strikers. He's 100% in this game real, not clickbait 2012 edition. Oh, hey, Igor, what's up? Roy says. Dominic, you want to take Igor?
I'm taking Igor. Oh, Roy. Oh, Roy, didn't know you were here. That's a fucking.
He's
horrible-
not British.
He is now.
How do I do like?
Oh, Roy. Didn't know you were here.
Didn't
I
know
was
you were
I
here.
was just about to choose.
Choose another champion, or whatever I call these main characters.
Igor says, motioning to John. Bad option. He's already like a god or something. I don't know, but he's strong, Roy says.
I bet.
What? That's not what it says.
What? Oh, fuck. I see.
Igor asks. You should go do like the protagonist of these books. He's downstairs.
I bet.
Igor says, walking downstairs. As Igor leaves the room, John turns to Roy before making lyrics hit him with supersonic speed. What did I tell you about breaking the fourth wall, dipshit?
This is still you.
Oh yeah! I ran my chair off my thing again. Literally fucking nothing. This is like the third time we've interacted in this entire series, Roy replies. John then banishes him to the cum zone.
Alexa, turn the lights blue.
Igor says, walking into the room. The lights do not turn blue. They are not connected to the Alexa, which they definitely own. They have a Google Home. He then clears his throat.
Ahem. Welcome to the Velvet Room.
He says to Josh, taking out a shitty Bluetooth speaker and playing Aria of the Soul on it.
What the fuck do you mean? You're in my living room.
Josh asks.
I'm getting sexually assaulted over here if you didn't notice. So this is what Roy meant. Worry not, lost. Oh, sorry. So this is what Roy meant. Worry not, lost one. You shall be saved by the grace of God. However, this journey may be a challenging one, and you will have to fight with your inner demons.
Igor says before teleporting Josh to the actual Velvet Room. As Josh is teleported, he no longer feels Emily clutching his side and notices that not only did the lights to the living room actually turn blue, but the TV is now Igor's chair.
That's still... Oh, that's me. Hey, dumbass, I paid $1,000 for that TV. Where'd it go?
Josh asks, incredibly pissed off for literally no reason.
Hey, dumbass, I teleported you to my velvet room. Why else would I have welcomed you here?
Igor says bluntly.
Yuri, mom.
Josh says.
That's what I thought. Now, are you prepared for the journey ahead of you? No, not at all.
Josh says.
Perfect. Let's get you set up. First, you need this pistol, then take this actual katana. Oh, and can't forget the persona. For you, you shall have Hisage. Wonderful. Now, you've played Persona 3. You know how this one works.
Igor says, grabbing the pistol he put on the table in between them. He then proceeds to shoot himself, murdering him instantly. Then another identical Igor walks in from the backyard, sitting down as if nothing ever happened. Then another identical Igor walks in from the backyard, sitting down as if nothing ever happened.
Why did they go twice?
And they never acknowledge it either, which just makes it better.
It's all good.
Igor says, creating an evoker, not a pistol.
Here, try this out.
Junpei. Josh takes the evoker from Igor, completely ignoring the fact that there are somehow two Igors here. He then immediately points the gun to his head and pulls the trigger. This summons his persona, a slightly bigger floating Josh, but with an alternate costume.
Wonderful. Just splendid. I believe that's it. Oh no. First I need to introduce you to my attendant. Oh, Roy, you can come out now.
Igor shouts to his right. Out walks Roy, but the Roy from the alternate dimension from Book 3, not Roy from the basement. Holy shit, alternate reality like Kabuki Monogatari Episode 2, Mayoi Jengishi Part 2.
Say that. Why the hell can you say that?
Because that's how it's pronounced.
Anyways, continue. That's you.
Oh, what the fuck do you want, Igor? I was at the Roy meet, Roy says.
We were mourning McDonald's. That's you
Oh,
still.
that's still me. I'm just gonna
That's
start the
still you.
line over. What the fuck do you want, Igor? I was at the Roy meet, Roy says. We were mourning McDonald's Sprite mixed with Subway Lemonade's death.
Oh, I thought you were mourning the Roy's room. Anyway, this is our new champion, Josh.
Igor says.
You ran among him. Remember him? Yeah.
Oh yeah, my friends almost killed him several times, Roy says. But why do we have a new guy? Did Ren die?
Legally, I can't tell you yet.
Igor says. Sounds like some major trolling, Igor, replies Zaza.
Let's just say Sojiro's gonna have one less mouth to feed.
Igor says.
Anyway, would you mind adding Josh's persona to the compendium? I don't think it's in there yet. Okay, I'm getting tired of this unneeded banter. I'm gonna go kill God or not. Am I gonna go kill God or not?
Josh asks, growing impatient.
No, actually. We're sending you on a trial mission. You're gonna just go steal someone's heart. Really? Whose?
Josh asks.
Your girlfriend's. Finally, the peril ends!
I don't know what this means.
Chapter 6. Ow, what the fuck? I just got struck by lightning. Okay, guys, you aren't gonna believe this. Josh says.
Oh.
My turn, you dumbass. Josh says.
Shut
pulling
up.
out his- Josh says, pulling out his evoker. But I have a persona now. Everyone else just stands there, staring at Josh. Orange, Dominic, John, Jen, and Roy all laugh at the same time. Emily is the only one not laughing, but looking confused. Guys, why is this so hard to read? Guys, seriously, watch, Josh says, pointing the gun to his head. Everyone that was laughing, and also Emily, immediately go to grab the gun from Josh before he shoots himself. They fail, as Josh pulls the trigger too fast, immediately collapsing on the couch.
Oh,
Emily,
Why is
I
there
don't
just a
have-
Persona 4 logo?
wait, what? Oh,
this is your line.
ah!
Emily screams, going up to Josh and holding his body. Did he just fucking kill himself? Dominic asks.
Certainly seems that way.
Certainly seems that way. John and Orange both say. Daniel. Dominic says.
Well, that is how it happened in Persona 3.
John says. As John says this, Josh respawns, sitting next to Emily, flashing from spawn invincibility for a few seconds, his persona floating behind him.
Holy shit, he wasn't making an excuse to kill himself.
Roy says.
You're okay.
Emily says, immediately holding him. Ow, Emily, I need to breathe, Josh says.
Yeah, you can breathe in a second.
Emily says before letting go of Josh. Your persona is ugly as fuck. Orange says, that's me, you bitch. Josh says, I know. Orange says, Persona 4 Golden. Man, fuck you, Agi. Man, fuck you, Agi, Josh says. Orange immediately bursts into flame. Well, this is a bit of an issue. Okay, well, this is a bit of an issue. he says in a British accent before running frantically around the house, trying to put himself out. Well, that's cool, Josh. Now, do you have a persona? No, sorry. Now, why do you have a persona? Dominic says. Prize tool that'll help us later. Josh says in a Mickey Mouse face.
Ha! Undertale.
Mickey Mouse says in a Josh face.
Shush me.
Ah, Mickey, you've shown up in a few books too early. We aren't at the Kingdom Hearts book yet.
Oh,
Dominic,
no.
Oops.
Mickey says, teleporting away.
Dominic, do I need to yell at you for breaking the fourth wall as well?
Probably, Dominic says. Anyway, the fuck? So, how are you gonna go to the
That's
other world?
me.
Whoops.
So how do you go to the other world in this version of Persona, Josh?
You fucking idiot, Dominic says. Oh, fuck. Shit, I didn't John says. John asks. God fucking damn it, dude.
It's
Shit,
been
I didn't ask
48
you.
minutes, by the way.
I noticed. We aren't even halfway done.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna not be able to finish this.
Shit, I didn't ask Igor that, Josh says. You fucking idiot, Dominic says. At this point, Jen, Roy, and Orange have all walked away, and Emily has stayed silent next to Josh, holding his arm. Yes, I know. Guess I'll just have to wait and find out. In the meantime, want to help me test my abilities? Josh asks them. Yeah, sure, why not? I literally just combined the two lines.
Why not?
Yeah. John replies. As they all begin to move into the backyard, Dominic is tapped on the shoulder. Who the fuck is turning around? He then finds Igor standing behind him in the blue-lit living room. Having that Dominic says before getting interrupted. Welcome to my velvet room, Igor says, sitting in his chair directly next to Dominic. Hi. Why am I here? Dominic asks, moving to the couch. You weren't supposed to talk yet. I need to give about 70 lines of exposition that won't make sense to you until you've replayed the game. And even then, it's super long for about no reason because everything I say has no meaning. And it's so vague. It could be about anything. Igor says, well, I don't have time for that. So can you get to the important part? Sure. Whatever. Just ignore everything I have planned, Igor says, almost sarcastically. Okay, great, Dominic says. Dash. Sigh. Okay, basically, you're gonna need to find out who you truly are, and then rip off this mask that appears when you do, Igor says. Wait, if that's how you do it, why did Josh get an evoker? Dominic asks. Because he likes 3 the most of everyone here, and you like 5 the most. Once I get to John, I'll give him some sunglasses or something, since they know they use their persona in the fucking rain. Fucking losers. Well, how do I fight myself? Just find how you're conflicted inside and then be better, Igor says. I gotta do this right now.
Text
Dominic
Jen
says.
right now in real time on recording.
I'm fighting my inner demon right now.
Are you telling her that?
Perfect.
Okay, now
Send a-
Dominic.
Oh, hold on, I gotta send a screenshot in chat real quick for just proof of evidence. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now send her this image.
Oh god. This is my inner demon.
Lowe's. Lowe's hat. Lowe's hat.
Perfect. Done. Dominic proceeds to point at himself with a real gun. After a few minutes of intense staring, Dominic begins to scream wildly before ripping off the basic ass Mr. Incredible head ass looking back to the face. Then his persona appears, a floating PNG of Matthew Mercer. Holy shit, that's gonna be the best actor I've ever seen, Dominic says. So it would seem. Igor says as the Pirates of the Caribbean theme in the background. Sweet, thanks, Igor. Also, how do we get into the shadow world or alternate area in this place? Dominic asks. Do any of the options. Go at midnight via your phone, or you can even phase into a TV when it's raining if you're a fucking loser. Igor says. Ooh, cool. Thanks, I'm out. See ya. Dominic says, hold on. First, you gotta know who you're going into the mind of, Igor says. Isn't it Emily? Dominic asks. Hillary, how'd you know that? Igor asks. Dominic disappears from thin air. Igor walks up to Roy slowly. Fucking coffee. That scene, it's so good. Back in basement house, Dominic goes to the backyard to find a spot of grass that has been electrocuted, burnt, frozen, and also healed. Hey, look, Dominic says, proceeding to rip off his mask that appeared on his face out of nowhere.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. You have a great actor on your back.
John says, bro, how'd you even get that? Josh asks. Same way you did. Now get ready to go fuck with Emily. Dominic asks.
Wait, I haven't gotten my persona yet.
John says, you have. You just have to be in the range to activate it, fucking loser. Dominic says.
Okay, then fine. Let it rain.
John says, making it rain. Suddenly, backside of a TV starts playing and the sky turns black with red stripes.
That's not what it says.
The backside of the TV starts playing and the sky turns red. That's what I fucking read.
No, you said black with red stripes, not red with black stripes, you idiot.
Okay, Steve asks. How the fuck did you do that? Dominic asks, dumbfounded.
I'm a god dumbass.
John replies bluntly. As it rains, John's persona summons a bucket of popcorn chicken from Walmart.
Yes.
It's gonna be the best persona I've ever seen, Dominic says. So it was says as pirates. Alright, now we're ready to go, Dominic says, pulling out his phone. Yeah, let's do this, Josh says.
Let's go find Emily's distortions.
John says.
Yeah.
Chapter 7.
Whoa.
Finally, the pair lens! Okay, so basically, there's this high school girl, except that was 6 years ago, and she's now dating Josh, but she's doing a little too much trolling.
Oh.
You're reading this
Okay,
chapter.
John says.
So with that, we can assume her distortion is me. Does that work?
Josh asks, looking over to Dominic, his phone, bags.
That wasn't it.
Josh asks, confused, Ikichi.
Then what else could Emily be distorting? Is it herself? Like she's distorting her own mind?
Dominic says, his phone doesn't react. Damn, what if it's just Doom like the game, John says. As he does, Dominic's phone dings and the distorted slot is filled with Doom.
Oh, that's interesting.
Dominic says.
So now we just need to find where she's distorting it to.
Josh responds. Fucking a bedroom, I don't know, John says. Dominic's phone dings again, filling in Josh's bedroom in the distortion slot.
John, what the fuck? How the hell did you know both of those?
Dominic asks, apple bottom jeans, John says. He then turns into Bruno and sings boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her, and she hit the floor. Next thing you know, yeah, shawty, drop it down low, 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 low. Shawty, drop it down low, low. Josh and Dominic stand stunned as John performs this song number.
Well, okay then. I guess we go in from here.
Dominic asks.
I don't see why not.
Josh replies.
Let's go.
Dominic says, preparing to enter the metaverse.
Hey,
Emily.
Stinky.
Jen says loudly from the back door.
Oh, hey Jen, what's up?
Dominic asks.
What are you guys doing?
Jen asks, about to enter Emily's palace, John says.
Can I join?
Jen asks, sure!
Sure.
They all say at once, including Jen.
Oh.
Boogers. Oh.
Jen says.
Alright, now that we're all ready, let's go.
Dominic says, hitting his button on his phone. Let's get ready for garlic bread! John shouts, running in ahead of everyone else. Everyone follows suit, confused.
John, you've been acting kind of stupid as shit lately. What's up?
Josh asks, maybe you've been acting stupid as shit. What do you think of that?
John?
Yes?
Go home.
Before either can say anything to the other, Dominic just runs past yelling.
The pepperoni, the pizzeria, the pizza eats a little toasty in here.
Why did I ever like that man?
Jen asks herself, following Dominic inside the house. John and Josh follow. The house itself looks completely identical. In fact, they walk into the velvet room located in the basement house living room.
Welcome to my velvet room.
In a little bit. Dominic, you take over as narrator. I'll be right back.
Okay. Igor says to Jen, "Wait, why are you here?" Josh asks. "Shut up. I have a newcomer I need to introduce," Igor says, silencing Josh. "Now, Jen, welcome." Emily.
Wait, isn't there normally a door to this place? Aren't I not supposed to be here because I'm not the main character?
Jen asks, "What can I say? I got lazy. Now, let's get to your persona," Igor says.
Wait, what?
Jen begins to say before Igor interrupts her. Now, just wait for a moment and you'll understand," Igor says. The room sits in silence for a few seconds before Jen begins to float off the ground in a trance. Igor, what is she doing?" Dominic asks. "Currently in a trance fighting, summoning the Joker from Innocent Sin," Igor says. Is she gonna be okay?" Dominic asks. "Maybe," Igor replies. Jen is floating, showing no emotion. After a few anticipation-filled minutes, Jen stops floating and falls to the ground, conscious. "Hey you're finally awake," John says. "Man, shut up. Are you okay, Jen?" Dominic asks.
Yes, I'm fine. I can hear myself.
Yeah, that'd be a John moment right there.
I can do this now. Persona.
Jen says. As she does, Jen summons Hatsune Miku floating behind her. "Holy shit, the anime persona in an anime. This is incredible. Hey, that's copyrighted material. You can't use that." Wait, Wu says.
Too bad.
Jen says before using Megiddo on Roy. Roy proceeds to stand there and take it like Chad does to that steel beam, the Chad manga. Well, now that that's over with, you all can proceed to take to the palace. It is located within Emily's room, Igor says. Wait, you mean to tell me that the palace you sent us after is within your velvet room? Technically, my velvet room only extends throughout the living room, Igor says. That's fucking stupid. Let's go, guys, Josh says, walking into Emily's room. Damn, Daniel. Dominic says, walking into the room with everyone else. They all enter the room to see a computer screen the size of a doorway. There seems to be large cables and cords connected throughout the room, leading to the back to the monitor and PC. Well, damn. I don't see how this is a bedroom, but okay, Dominic says. Let's just walk in and find out, Josh says, walking up and opening the door. They walk in to see Josh's bedroom, empty. Huh? What's this? Josh says.
What?
Your turn.
Where?
Here.
It's your bedroom, obviously.
Jen says. Well, yes, but this isn't how houses normally are. Aren't they supposed to be, big? Josh asks. Well, yes. Well, no. Let's just look around and see what we can find.
I just fell down the stairs.
I saw. I
walking
saw.
in. The four of them search around for some sign of difference. Jen moves to the closet and opens it. Inside the closet isn't a closet, but is in fact the interior of what seems to be a mansion or castle.
Hey guys, get a load of this.
John, you found where we are?
Yeah. Jen says the other moved to the closet at Jen's request.
Hey Josh, you got your palace right?
Dominic says John immediately walks past everyone and into the entry hall of the palace.
John, you asshole.
Josh says, following.
After
Emily.
you.
Jen says, allowing Dominic to enter. After they all enter the palace, the door behind them closes.
Huh. I wonder why this was buried so deep within different... What does that even mean? I'd assume dimensions.
Dominic says.
I guess it's because it represents going deeper into Emily's mind.
Josh says.
That would be on this party this over you would be something akin to second nature at this point.
What?
That's incredibly strange.
Dominic says. Josh
He's
and Dominic
looking.
continued talking about the concepts and ideas running through their mind. Emily.
Why are they? I know where we are. Why are
Sure.
they going? Yes. Why are they going so in depth about all this, John?
Jen asks. Because they're nerds, John says. Both of them stop talking and look over at John.
What was that?
Dominic asks.
Why is there a page?
Are you fucking deaf? I called you a nerd, John says. Dominic's face crushes as he gets angrier and angrier at John's comment before finally bursting. Wop 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 wop! Dominic shouts. Everyone is dead silent. Out of nowhere, Jen smacks Dominic in the face, knocking him out.
Finally, that felt good.
Jen says, da 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 da.
Chapter 8 Requiem for Josh's bedroom. Do you want to do this chapter, John?
Okay.
Alright.
Chapter 8 Requiem for Josh's bedroom.
You didn't have to hit me so hard.
Dominic says, rubbing his cheek as the party advances into the palace. That's you, Emily.
Oh, yeah, it is. You were acting stupid. I had to do something.
Jen replies, throwing her arm around him.
If you did it just because I was being stupid, you may as well be slapping me every second.
Dominic says.
That can be arranged.
Jen says, a mischievous grin on her face. Hey, would you two mind being a little quieter? John interjects. We have to be careful not to alert the shadows.
This isn't actually Persona, fuckface.
Dominic says. I'd beg to differ, John says. Do you not remember receiving our personas in the fucking velvet room? Or did Jen hit you so hard that you forgot everything?
Guys, shut the fuck up for a sec.
Josh says, interrupting everyone.
I think I see a shadow.
Everyone jumps into hiding. Yo, it's just like Persona 5, observing their surroundings.
Yeah, there's definitely one over there.
Josh whispers.
Should we ambush it?
We hardly know. We hardly know how to summon our personas, let alone fight with them.
Jen says, having received hers literally like 5 minutes ago.
I mean, I'm not opposed to kicking some butt. We should be careful.
Whatever, Morgana, John says. Let's do this shit.
I'm sorry, what did you just call me?
Jen asks, but before she can get a response, the three guys all charge at the shadow, yelling very loudly.
I'm surrounded by a pack of imbeciles.
Jen whispers to herself before positioning herself a bit of a ways away from the guys.
From herself?
Whatever.
It's still your line, Emily.
My cat was in the way.
Cringe
Now I
cat.
don't know where I am.
The highlighted words.
Alright, let's get this started, I guess.
Jen, what the fuck are you doing?
Josh asks.
Get your ass over here and help us.
Sorry, Miku's not a combat type.
Jen says.
Still you.
What?
That's still you. That's in the middle, but that's still you.
I'm gonna be filling in as your navigate. Oh, so that's why John called me Morgana.
Okay, hold on. What do you mean Miku's not a combat type?
Dominic asks.
You use Megiddo, one of the strongest moves in the game, on Roy back there.
One-time usage type thing.
Jen says. We're at a huge-ass disadvantage with only 3 party members, John says. Maybe we can convince Orange to come with us later.
Don't worry about that right now.
Jen
Just
says.
start firing everything you've got at it, and I'll let you know if you've hit its weakness.
With that, John, Dominic, and Josh begin bombarding the shadow with every attack they have. Unfortunately, they run out of SP before they can determine its weakness.
This is bullshit.
Dominic yells.
We're at the very beginning of the palace. The shadow shouldn't be this strong.
Then, suddenly, John gets the bright idea to walk up and tap it with his finger. The shadow disintegrates immediately.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Josh shouts.
It was weak to physical this whole time.
No, actually,
Jen says.
it's weak to darkness, which is a skill that none of you have yet. I guess John's touch is just too much for it to handle.
Josh leaps at John, pinning him against the wall.
We wasted all our SP when you could have just walked up and touched it?
He yells, "Hey, how was I supposed to know?" John says, struggling to break Josh's grasp. "It was just a last-ditch effort. Let go of me, you asshole." Dominic pulls Josh off of John, throwing him to the ground.
It doesn't matter anymore.
He says, helping Josh back onto his feet.
We're out of mana, so let's just go home for now. We can come back and make some actual progress tomorrow.
John brushes himself off before striking a kung fu pose at Josh, as if to try and intimidate him.
What are you doing?
Josh asks, "Intimidating you. Is it working?"
So can we go now?
Josh asks.
Yeah, sure.
Jen says, taking a go-hole M out of her pocket.
Let's make sure to stock up on some items before we come back tomorrow. That way we can avoid another whatever's going on right now.
The gang returns to the basement house to find Roy and Orange sitting in front of the door with their arms crossed like parents greeting their child who came home past curfew.
What's going on here?
Dominic asks. "We had plans to record tonight," Roy says. "Me and Orange made do with just the two of us, but it would have been a lot better with the rest of you."
Or did you just pretend to forget so that you can go out and do whatever the fuck whatever the fuck got you all dressed up like that?
Orange says. Josh, John, Jen, and Dominic all look down and realize they are still wearing their metaverse outfits.
Shit. Well, hey, what about Emily? Didn't join you?
Josh asks. "Emily's gone too. We had assumed she was with the rest of you, but I guess we were wrong," Roy says. "Hey, look at their eyes," John whispers. "They're pink. I think Emily charmed them and then hauled ass."
What?
That would explain all of this.
Dominic replies.
But we're not in the metaverse. How could you use an ability like that here?
"How would we still be in our metaverse outfits? Answer, look at the clock. It's midnight."
Fucking quote with nose. I love the quotes with nose speakers, dude. The dark hour? But how?
Josh asks.
The metaverse suddenly existing was already confusing enough, but now this?
Someone has been tampering with the fabric of reality. I can
How the
feel
hell-
it. And
how the hell we
somehow,
start-
for some reason, they decided to make Persona real.
How the hell we start literally developing a villain, bro?
Yeah.
How the fuck we do that in these fanfics? But who would have enough power and be stupid enough to do that?
Dominic asks.
I mean, you. But even you're not that stupid.
Actually, I think I might be, John says.
What are you talking about?
Josh asks. "If you would let me explain, I would tell you," John says, glaring at Josh. "Do you guys remember last book when we met ourselves from another universe?"
You're saying the other you? That's Emily.
You're saying the other you might be doing this?
Jen asks. John just nods.
But how? I thought Homie Domi teleported everyone back to their dimension
Jen says.
and took my interdimensional teleporter with him.
So basically, John teleported himself back.
Dominic says. "Seems so. Now all we need to do is figure out where he is," John says.
I think we have a bigger issue to deal with first.
Josh says, pointing at Orange and Roy, who are now glowing red with flames.
This is the part where I'll face myself starts playing.
I
Chapter
think
9.
I have to go now.
That's fine.
All right. Good night, Emily.
Good night,
Good
Emily.
night!
You can miss the next 5 chapters.
That's probably a good thing since I have to wake up early tomorrow and be
Oh,
at
yeah.
the
Nerd.
place for like 10 hours again.
Yeah, definitely go
So-
to sleep.
Goodbye, love you. guys.
Adios.
Love you, Emily. Goodbye. Chapter 9. A bigger issue to deal with. Alright, first question. Josh says, as Orange and Roy begin to argument themselves
Augment.
augment themselves into giant creatures. How the fuck?
We'll answer that once we beat the shit out of these two.
John says as he changes his glasses. All right, second question. Josh says, shooting himself. What are we supposed to do against these two? We still have no SP, and they look pretty powerful. We punch them. What else can we do? Dominic asks, ripping off his face.
Am I taking over Jen?
Yes.
No, that wouldn't work.
Jen says,
They're resistant to physical attacks.
well, that's great news, Josh says. Do we have any other options?
Run.
Run.
Do, 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 do.
So the party evacuates the premises, running down the street until they reach the town's shopping district. So, what now? Dominic asks, trying not to die from running for so long. Have they moved?
No, not yet.
Jen says,
I think they're still forming, so I guess. So we still have some time.
all right, but what about when they're done? Josh asks.
Well, assuming this new dark hour functions the way I hope it does, they'll disappear along with the rest of the shit once it's over.
Jen says,
But given this is the work of someone from a different dimension entirely, there's no telling what kind of changes they would have made to this.
looking to the sky, they all notice the random Maras floating. The fucking floating dick, dude. You can assume he does a little trolling, Josh says. Guys, why don't we just get some SP recovery items from the shops here? Dominic asks.
What shops have you been to, man?
John asks.
The ones in our the ones in our town don't sell those. The ones in our town don't sell those, let alone are even open during the dark hour. We'll have to go out of town if we want to get that kind of stuff.
Everyone turns to look at Jen, who is just standing there confused.
Why are you all looking at me?
She asks. Clearly you haven't played Persona 5. Dominic says, clearly you haven't played Persona 5.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Jen asks.
Okay, so basically, car.
John says, forcing Jen into a 1952 Bond minicar.
What the hell did you just do to me?
Jen shouts.
Turn me back!
No, bitch, you're the navigator. You navigate, you become automobilic.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Josh says, oh.
You still have to read this line.
Yeah. So, Jen, how does it feel to drive yourself?
Shut
Josh
up.
asks.
Is there a
Jen.
reason Dominic is in the driver's seat? No. I
You're
asked
still-
something.
What? John asks. God,
Shut
fuck.
up.
Jen says bluntly. Do you have the ability to say anything else? Josh asks. Silence. Guess not, Josh says.
I swear I'm gonna force all of you out of me.
Jen says.
This thing has ejector seats, you know.
Hey, what did I do? Dominic asks.
Sit in the driver's seat.
John says.
Just tell me where I need to go.
Jen says. John proceeds to good lord, proceeds to begin giving Jen directions while the other two are just kind of sit there doing nothing. Upon arriving at the destination given by John, Jen immediately transforms back into her normal self, ejecting everyone else out.
It feels so much better to be me and not an old car.
Jen says.
I can make you a bus next time if you want.
John says.
I'd rather not be a vehicle at all, actually.
Jen says. Anyway, we're here. Can we get the items and move on? Dominic asks, walking towards the shop. Yeah, let's go, Josh says, following Dominic. The other two join and they all enter the shop and begin searching for SP recovery items.
Ellipses.
John stares silently at the shelves of the store.
Jen? What?
Jen
Where's the
asks,
door hole? This is a gimmick toy shop.
John says.
A what?
Jen asks, walking over to John, confused. John picks up the staple item of the store, the Zanpakuto that just turns into a stick.
This? This is not a useful item.
He says.
I explicitly gave you directions to an item shop. Why did you bring us here?
Wouldn't you like to know, Wonder Boy?
Hey, don't push me.
So, If these are all so useless, then why are you taking literally everything off the shelves? Josh asks, leaning against the wall, watching John take literally everything off the shelves.
They may not be useful as weapons, but it'll be a hell of a fun time to see if we can trick any enemies with these.
John says, "You know, for a god, you're pretty stupid sometimes." Dominic says,
Says you.
"Man, fuck you. I'll see you somewhere." Dominic says.
Alright, I think I've got everything I need.
John says.
Jen, you're gonna have to be a car again.
And with that, Jen turns into a 1964 Shelby Fastback inside the store.
Man, what the hell?
She says.
Inside the damn store? Really, you are an idiot sometimes. Just shut up and drive.
John says as everyone climbs in.
Who?
Who says this? Who's making this line?
You do it.
John, you gotta stop being such an asshole.
Listen, man, this is the most screen time I've gotten in a while. I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want with it.
He's not saying enemy. I guess fair. Hard to argue with the embodiment of chaos, Dominic says, sitting uncomfortably in the driver's seat as John and Josh are squeezing into the passenger side.
Is there still no answer for why Dominic gets the driver's seat to himself?
John asks.
Shut up.
Jen says bluntly. Requiem for Jen's ability to speak. The car ride continues for a while. Hey, do you know, Hey, do you know where we're trying to go? Dominic asks.
Well, we want to go to an item shop, but currently we don't have a location for one.
John says. So then where the hell are we going? Dominic asks.
Jen?
John asks.
I'm going to a shop. It's just a little ways away. You all need to chill out.
Jen says.
Alright, we'll be quiet the rest of the trip.
John says. They were not. They arrive outside the store for apple bottom jeans. Okay, let's just go in, get the items, use them, get out, and hunt down Emily. Josh says.
That's a long-ass list, dude.
John says. Well, we clearly have a lot to do, so let's hurry this shit up, Josh says, exiting the car of Jen. Everyone follows suit, and Jen falls back into her normal form. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go, Dominic says, walking into apple-bottom jeans. The rest of the group follows, entering the store.
Huh. I thought I'd find you all here.
A voice says, echoing throughout the shop.
Oh, fuck.
Jen says before being interrupted by the end of the chapter.
I want you to narrate this one, too.
Awesome. Part 1, The Bigger, Worse Storm.
I know I've been watching a lot of JoJo lately, but this is just ridiculous.
John says eyeing down his other dimensional self.
You put the pieces of the puzzle together quite quickly.
John says, flipping a coin he pulled out of who knows where.
I mean, Persona becomes real, and your first thought is of me? To be honest, I'm flattered.
Thank
What
you, Dio.
What are you, stupid? Who else would have been able to do this but you or I?
John asks.
Speaking of, why did you do this? What is there to gain from pulling a stunt like this? Oh, that's easy. I just wanted to piss you off.
John says, smirking.
But really, I did it because I want power. Yeah, I know I'm already on the level of a god, but I want more. I can sense it in you, too. You're getting tired of the same old time-space bending abilities that you've grown so used to, and I honestly don't blame you. I mean, how could I? I'm you, after all. And there you go, just spitting out random bullshit because you think it sounds cool.
John says.
I'll admit, there is some truth behind your accusation, but I wouldn't go to this kind of extreme just because I was getting a little bored. Don't you fucking dare say, actually you would because I did and I would. Because I already know that that's what you're gonna say, and I don't want to fucking hear it. We may be the same person from a visual standpoint, and maybe a lot of our character traits are the same, but I don't think we could be farther from the same person.
God, this is so fucking long.
What?
And it's still you.
What was that you said about spitting out random bullshit because you think it sounds cool?
John asks.
I'm growing bored of this conversation. Are we gonna beat the shit out of each other or not?
John begins to be surrounded by a black flame, similar to, you're not gonna fucking believe this, Persona. Hey, what the fuck kind of rivalry you got? Dominic asks, finally breaking the trend of John pretty much talking to himself.
Also, John, you know we're still running on empty, right?
Jen asks.
Jen, you do realize that we are standing in the middle of the store with items to replenish my SP, right?
John retorts.
Right, sorry.
She says before doing some fucking move out, knowing going into the corner. Damn, that was some. I don't know. John says, walking into the store.
Why the hell are you all coming in here? I'm about to beat the shit out of myself.
John says.
The first shadow fight is supposed to only have one party member, i.e. me.
Shut the fuck up, man. We're in a party system for a reason. Dominic says, preparing to summon his persona. And even if it wasn't, wouldn't it be, like, bad if two of you went at it alone? Josh asks, preparing to summon his persona as well.
You guys are a massive pain in the ass sometimes.
John says.
Alright, let's get this over with, I guess.
Everyone goes to summon their persona, and then the dark hour ends.
Damn, talk about bad timing.
Jen says.
Sorry guys, guess we'll have to come back tomorrow.
John just stands there looking incredibly defeated.
What the hell?
He's out to the perfect Ready Brock impression from Spider-Man 3 impression.
I guess my own strategy has turned on me.
John says.
Fine, we resume this tonight. You had better be here at exactly midnight or else I'll, do something, but it'll be bad. Hell no, I might not be able to use my persona anymore, but I still have my fists!
John says, getting up to charge at John. Unfortunately, he is restrained by Dominic. Are you an idiot? Dominic says. This is our chance to make it out of here alive. Let's just take it and leave.
I hate you so much sometimes.
After intermission 2, Emmett fucking dies again.
Back at the basement house, the gang find Emily doing a little trolling.
Emily, what are you doing?
A little trolling.
Chapter 10, Part 2. Well, could you stop? We have to prepare for something important.
Josh says, moving to the couch. Por qué? XD.
Okay, guys, how the hell are we gonna both stop John and steal Emily's heart?
Dominic asks.
We could always wait. We could always just wait, making sure we have enough replenishing items.
Josh says. Yeah, but that's boring. John says, causing his arms to glitch as if they were an SFM. Hey guys, what if? Jen says.
Maybe the boring option's the correct option.
Josh says, I refuse to accept that possibility. Guys, we could just...
John, we gotta just make sure we're ready. We've got nothing else.
Guys, shut up, Jen shouts, silencing everyone. If every Persona game is here, couldn't we just go into the metaverse from Persona 5 and take Emily's heart now? The room is silent for a moment.
Why did I say that? Man, we dumb as hell.
Josh says.
Alright, what's the course of action?
Dominic asks as everyone enters the metaverse. Find Emily and steal her heart. Were you not paying attention?
Oh shit, Stronzo. I bet how are we gonna do that?
When did you learn Italian?
Just answer my fucking question.
Zawaldo! John shouts, freezing time. Holy shit, that actually worked? Yes, John,
Yes.
it did. And you can 100% hear this voice. Now fucking hurry up. Shut the fuck up, Igor. You're not supposed to be here right now. Your breathing is wrong? Nah! John gets hit with a random whack that Igor threw. Bro, what the fuck? Then time unfreezes.
Where'd that rock come from? How'd you get over there?
Dominic asks. Your breathing is wrong? Nah! John says, throwing the rock at Dominic. The rock, completely unmoving, crushes Dominic under his weight, preventing Dominic from getting out.
God, what the fuck? Get me out.
Dominic shouts, looking at everyone. No, responded Roy the Eighth. Everyone else is now doing the TF2 conga line taunt away from him. The rock becomes 0.000491% bigger.
What the fuck are you guys doing?
Dominic yells, exasperated.
Are any of you going to help me?
Gonga, gonga, gonga! Demo Man says, phasing into existence for half a second before everyone else follows in his wake.
Where the fuck are you guys going?
Dominic shouts as everyone else evaporates with Demo Man, leaving Dominic in the metaverse. The door to the Velvet Room opens and Igor and Roy walk out to spot Dominic still crushed by the rock.
Dom!
Igor yells before laughing with Roy at how stupid Dominic looks.
Why the fuck are you just standing there? Help me up.
Dominic says.
Ha 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 ha. No.
Igor says, walking back into the Velvet Room with Roy. Okay, I'm going to attempt to drown myself.
The credits, but again, but again, but again.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, part I'm Gonna Steal, featuring
Dominic as Matthew Mercer.
John as Colonel Sanders,
Emily as Emily.
Jen as Hatsune Mike,
Roy.
Josh as Josh Act 2.
Orange as Citrus.
Most recently developed Degenerate Weeb.
Then
Most recently murdered.
E.
Oh no!
Hammond.
Anywhere
Time.
at bad.
People.
Synonym.
Who else is here, dog? Who the fuck the iguana?
Hey yo, the pizza here.
I'm going to steal the moon.
No, fuck you.
Oh, okay.
Zoldo! And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Buck 4.
God,
It took us
that
a
took us
whole
2
an hour and 25 minutes.
Good lord.
It is 11:01 p.m.
Yeah.